Hi Libra, thanks for joining me for your September 2017 forecast. I'm shuffling the Aquarian Tarot by David Palladini, one of my favorite artists. And at the end of the reading, I'll be drawing from the Doreen Virtue Angel deck and see what comes up there as well. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for subscribing and for donating to the channel. I appreciate your support. Let's start. There is a Mercury Retrograde at the top of the month through the 5th of September. Mercury will be going direct at 28 degrees of Leo on the 5th through the 9th, and then he enters Virgo, and he'll remain there through the 29th of September. So there's some replenishment energy in the 11th house of clubs and groups, and where you are affiliated and your goals. And then Mercury heads into the 12th house where you receive psychic, intuitive, instinctual energy and messages. This heightens dream activity. This has to do with revelation overnight, information while you sleep. Dream life is heightened. REM sleep is heightened. Premonitions and all things communication of the internal self. You'll have a great relationship with yourself in September. It is your solar return this month, so happy birthday to the Libras. The sun will be entering your sign. We'll get to that in a little while, though. The same day that Mercury goes direct on the 5th, Mars enters the sign of Virgo in this 12th house. So really, recuperative rest for Libra is important in September. This is also determination and drive in a sector that's awfully quiet. So you might feel prone to retreat and want to become the hermit this month and be a little bit withdrawn. You might also be mentally active, overly stimulated in the psyche, in the subconscious mind, with Mars in the 12th. Also, dream life is activated. On the 6th, we have our full moon at 13 degrees of Pisces. And this is a very intuitive moon. It's in water. It's a visionary moon. It's a very spiritual time. There's closure and maybe putting an end to an health ailment for Libra. Closing the door on some form of health treatment as well. Maybe you've completed a round of antibiotics. Maybe you no longer need that prescription for some injury or ailment. The full moon bringing closure and awareness in the sector it lands. This could also be putting an end to a work pattern or schedule in your day, your errands. You finished a particular project within the daily routine of work, for those of you who that applies. On the 19th, Venus, your ruling planet, enters Virgo, where she joins the personal planet party, conjunct Mercury, Mars, soon to be the new moon, and the new moon. On the 20th, we have our new moon at 27 degrees of Virgo. So Venus, the new moon, Mars, and Mercury all in this sector of rest, of quiet, of analyzing quietly. I think Libra is always overactive mentally because you are ruled by air and the swords and the mind, but it doesn't mean it stops working. It just means you're not expressing it as much. You might go very internal in September prior to the solar return, which is common. This part of the chart is normally activated. It doesn't have to be as much with all of these signs or with all of these planets, but it is activated prior to the solar return. You do withdraw a little bit and you learn a lot of lessons in a smaller period of time, about 6 weeks, that you would have learned the whole year. It's like a review in the 6 weeks prior to your birthday. So having the new moon here, there's a completion to the 12 sectors at this point, and you're getting ready for your birthday, for your Phoenix rising, for your rebirth. And on the 22nd, when the sun enters Libra, it is the autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere and happy spring in the southern hemisphere. But your first house of self is then activated officially on the 22nd. So it is all about your physical body and how you maintain it. And all eyes on Libra when the sun shines in that sector. On the 28th, this is a day Libra should circle. There is a development here in your romantic endeavors, in your marriage, in your significant other relationship. And this is for committed relationships, not lighthearted dating. And if you're seeing a whole bunch of other people, it could be that this energy makes one of those people more official than the rest. Because on the 26th, when the sun enters, on the 28th, sorry, when the sun enters Libra, he'll be conjunct Jupiter, who has been there for a while. He's already at the 21-degree mark. So they won't be exactly on top of each other, but Jupiter will be opposing Uranus exactly on the 28th between the first house of self and body and the 7th house of marriage. And an opposition isn't always pleasant. It does draw energy across the wheel at 180 degrees. And there is expansion to you as a Libran. Some Librans are gaining weight this year, especially if this is your ascendant sign, your rising sign, because it would technically be your first house in the natal chart. Please watch your rising sign as well. It's very accurate for the astrology. However, Jupiter in the first, opposing Uranus in the 7th, says that there is some unexpected, because Uranus is surprise, electricity, insight, download, a surprise in your relationship. And it could be that it is expanding and going to the next level. It also could mean that it's upheaval. And Uranus brings some uncomfortable upset at times. And this will apply differently depending on how your relationships are going. Some of you are elevating, and Jupiter is insisting upon the expansion of that and the significant other or the marriage. Some of you are feeling that there is something you've learned. This insight that's expanded for Libra in this month of September could see you not wanting to take this relationship any further. An unexpected retreat here, retracting from relationship. The next day on the 29th, Mercury enters Libra in the first house. You're able to communicate what it is you want after the 28th brings insight to Libra regarding a partner. For those of you who aren't in relationships, this actually works better, this transit, to quickly bring in a significant other. So if you're single and you're a Libra and you want a relationship, I would get out on the 28th and make it happen, because it's available to you there suddenly. Keep your eyes open, and you can easily communicate about what it is you require in relationship from the 29th way into October through the 3rd week, while Mercury is in this sector in your first house of self. Interesting month. Let's get to the tarot. I've been shuffling and see what comes up for Libra. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. This is my sole profession, and I'm in the heart of the Mojave Desert now, and my readings are on fire. I love what I do, and if you're interested and you've ever wondered what it would be like to get a reading with me, I think now is your time. Feel free to book with me. Also, my Vimeo videos are up on demand now for September, so if you haven't checked them out, please do. Here is your first card. Well, look at that. Hello, Libra. King of Swords coming out to say what's good. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Also, becoming your own authority is important. I don't know a lot of Libras who aren't their own authority, but you're not going to take a lot of advice or control from others. So trusting your own instincts is very strong in this month with Mars in the 12th and a lot of planetary, personal planets in the 12th. Ace of Rods. It's time for action. This is also a phallic card. This is a sexual card. It's a fire, Ace of Fire, one attraction. Something's really inspiring you. You might desire to be physical at this time too. There could be a new love interest, a new attraction coming through. Oh, that 28th, when Jupiter opposes Uranus, whether you're in a relationship or not, Libra could find that they're sexually attracted to someone else. And then deciding whether or not they need to express that the very next day when Mercury's in your first house conjunct the Sun. Let's see what else we have here. And Jupiter. 6 of Cups. This is a card of the past. Nostalgia. Connections from the past. Emotional connection, because it's a cup card governing intimacy. I'd say it was a friend from the past, but with right next to that Ace of Swords, there is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius that I think Libra is attracted to, that they used to know, possibly. This would have to be something or someone from your past. Perhaps there's just a familiarity to this connection. You know, karmic and soulmate energy, 7th house, doesn't always mean you do know them. It can mean from other lifetimes. So let's see what else is here. Ooh, the moon. Talk about your intuition. Talk about the 12th house. This is the full moon in Pisces. This is the card of Pisces in the major arcana. Our full moon is in Pisces. So what they're saying is around the time of this full moon of the 6th, this is when this could be coming back in. Maybe you're hearing from an attraction from the past who is an air sign like you, or they're just contacting you. You have another card. Right after the 6 is the 7. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, not in the tarot, but just the way he did this, David Palladini. This is the card of intrigue. What is mysterious to you? What is Libra not seeing yet? All of the cards have symbolism in them except for one, which is very mysterious. I think it's supposed to be this one, where you don't know where it leads to, where those cords are connected to. And it suggests not everything is seen yet. It's eclipse season, Libra, so let the pieces fall. Let the dust settle where it needs to before you make your moves. I think you are internalizing, this is a very strong 12th house card in the tarot, you are internalizing the steps that you need to take. This light doesn't want to stay lit. So once you internalize them and let the dust settle, the pieces fall, then the mystery is over. Libra loves an intrigue, though. If you can stimulate a Libra's mind, they're interested. And what they don't know intrigues them. Libras love to know. They love to have the answers. Knowledge is power for a Libra. That's what they believe. And you're devouring information right now. You are being fed insight. Oh, thank you. Okay. You see how these cords, the silver cords, the wires coming from above, download, channeling. That's what Libra has in store with all of this 12th house. This is the 12th house energy. You're being fed information. It's not all there yet because the month hasn't completed itself. When 4 to 5 planets are in the 12th house, trust that your instincts are on fire. So you're receiving download, and it's still a mystery right now about how it's going to apply for all Libras, but it is available to you nonetheless. And I do think the full moon is allowing you the awareness you need. And there is some intrigue and some desire. Desire is the Ace of Wands. Regarding a connection from the past for you, Libra. Let's see what the angel card is and how this can assist Libra in the month of September. What archangel? Merlina. This reminds me of my stepfather. I used to call him Merlin. He had a huge back piece of Merlin tattooed on his back from Vietnam. Literally, the whole wizard with the with the wand and the cap. I see it here in the center. of the reading. So this says you are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. What did I just freaking say? This. It's not all the information is here yet. Okay, that's nuts, but not really, because that's how this works. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Well, that's what's up. I mean, seriously, 12th house energy. Merlin the wizard. Merlin allows for the magic, allows for the pixie dust, the fairy dust to settle. With the wand. Allow all of the stars and dust to settle and then make your decision. When Mercury's in your first house from the 29th forward direct, what better time to make a decision? None. So I have faith in Libra. I have confidence. I loved that angel card that came out. We all have angels. I've seen so much in my life that I know that we have angels. The reason I'm saying this is because information exists outside of human form for us. It is available to us. It's up to us to read about it, have faith in it, and believe in your God and your tribe of support. Thank you so much for tuning in, Libra. I appreciate your support. Thank you for your donations and your subscriptions to the channel. I'm wishing you a sweet September. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.